finally, to quote Tolstoy, all happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. Although I think he had it wrong, because there are not many families like the one on This Is Us, and yet we're all very much relating in our own way. I confess I have not watched an episode without grabbing for the Kleenex. We honor the NBC intergenerational drama for the way it looks at topics like marriage, adoption, racial identity, and body image, and how it makes us question our assumptions. It makes us look beyond stereotypes and our own judgments to see our common humanity. As Tolstoy also said, if you look for perfection, you'll never be content. This is Us.
When you're home and you're you, you're way better than I am. You're a 10 when you're you, Jack. But you're getting home later and later, and when you do come home,
what are you saying?
The drinking has to stop. You have to rein it in, baby, because I won't have it in my house.
You won't have it in your house.
I won't.
I'm a strong, successful black man. My wife and I give a lot of thought to how we raise our girls, believe that?
Yes.
The fact that my daughter doesn't find anything unusual about her playing Snow White, that's the whole idea, right? Look, I don't know everything, William. I don't. But I wouldn't change a thing about my parents or the way that I parent, and I will not apologize for any of it.
You shouldn't.
Because I don't.
I should.
You're gonna go to that party, and you're gonna march up to that network guy, and you're gonna tell him, Manny, out.
Mm-hmm. Manny out. Manny out. Manny out.
No, I'm supposed to say the okay.
Manny out. That's good. Let me ask you a question. What did I ever do those first 2 minutes without you?
Oh, you cried and you crapped a lot.
Sounds about right, yeah.
It's my pleasure to present the Television Academy Honors to the creator and executive producer of This Is Us, Dan Fogelman.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I feel very ill-equipped to be standing up here. All of these shows have such specific messages and are so important, and I just think it's so beautiful. It's been a wonder to watch all of you in the clips play of everything. It's amazing to think that in like 10 minutes you're all going to turn into animals fighting for valet parking. So. I wanted to thank 20th Century Fox, Dana Walden, and Gary Newman for being such great partners. And I have to thank our guardian angels at NBC, Bob Greenblatt and Jennifer Salke, who are here, who allowed us to put a show on television that it seems obvious now, but it was not an easy thing all the time to do. And they take care of us and they allow us to challenge ourselves and challenge what we're trying to do, and we're grateful. I don't know what the message of our show is. It's a show about people and about family, and we cover things about body image and race and adoption and marriage and alcohol and various issues. So I was trying to think about what to say, and so I'll tell you a story, because it's a show about people. And the defining moment of my life probably was about 8 years ago. My mom passed away, and she had gotten a very rare tumor. This is a long story. You guys can tell me to stop. But she had gotten a very rare tumor, and I was going to be the big shot son who fixed it. And so I called a bunch of people, and I got a bunch of doctor recommendations. And there were 2 doctors in particular who were going to fix this. And one doctor was in San Francisco, and the other was near her in Jersey and Philadelphia. And we went to the doctor in Philadelphia, and it was a terrible doctor meeting. It was one of those meetings that it did not go the way you wanted it to go, and the doctor's recommendation was not what you wanted it to be. And my mom was in the car crying. I was 30 years old. And I said, don't worry, there's this other doctor in San Francisco, and we're going to get him all these tests, and it's going to be better. And we got in the car and we raced to this place because I had to FedEx it, and I'd gotten very fancy people to get this doctor to look at it tomorrow, and I was going to overnight it. And we were racing, and my mom was crying, and we got there, and I ran into this little FedEx place in Jersey, and there was a little man, I remember him very distinctly, and an Indian guy. And right away when I walked in a heavy accent, he said, "No, sir, I'm sorry, we're closed." No one, and I had papers and I had stuff, and I was really discombobulated. I was trying to be the masculine hero to save my mother, and I said, no, give me 1 second, I'm just gonna get this out. And the papers were falling all over the place, and it was the first time and only time I really started losing it a little bit. And I remember this, all of a sudden there was a hand on my shoulder, and the man said, "Don't worry, we will get it out in time." And it was this very human moment at this very terrible moment in my life. And I don't know what the message of our show is, but I know that watching the message of everybody else's show here is that despite what we've shown in the last year or two, I think people are inherently good. And if we have a message in the show, I think it's that, and I think that everybody here tonight is proof of that, and the programs that people are choosing to devote their time to make is proof of that. And that's all. Anyway, thank you. This is quite an honor.